Today is Friday, and I'm working on something here. Francesca wanted me to show you guys what I'm doing. So there is my old computer case, and it's all torn apart. There's nothing left in it, and I've been working on putting together my new computer. So I replaced some of the parts. Let's see if we can get a light in there. So I know previously we showed you that I was putting in the new fans in the computer, and I put in that giant block over there. Well, I have already replaced it with a water cooling system, which it's got 2 fans, and I don't know if you can really see it, but there is a radiator up there as well. So the water goes through it, gets cooled by the radiator in the fans, and it gets into the CPU there. It's supposed to keep it a lot cooler, and so I can overclock it when I'm all done. So right now I'm working on getting all these power wires all pulled through the other side and get pulled through in the back. So I'll show you what I got when I put all the wires together. Just a little update as to what I'm going through right now with it. So I've got most of the cords all run through. This is the back side of the computer. The hard drives, I've got 2 of them there. There's a solid state drive right there. What I'm looking at now is I've got to get this cord up into here, because that's where the Blu-ray player is. So I need to get that to power the Blu-ray player. So one cool thing about this computer, these little hard drive bays, they actually pull right out. So I'm gonna pull this one out. There, it actually comes with 2. This empty spot right there normally has another one. So I'm actually just going to pull this out and put it, I'm going to set this down. So I'm going to take this hard drive bay, I'm going to put it right up here. Oh, looks like I need to put in the other one first. So here's the second hard drive bay. So you can put in 6 standard hard drives. So I'm going to take this guy, slide it in here. And this guy, put it right above it. I'm actually just going to take these hard drives out. Make things a little bit easier on me. So instead of being screwed in, these actually, you just pinch this together and you can pull it out and pull the hard drive right out. So that would be a smarter way to do it. Let's see if I can get these back in now. There we go. Alright, now I can plug this back in. Sorry it's so dark. It's not actually dark outside, but the lighting in here kind of sucks. So now I got that high enough where I can just tuck this right through and I can plug in the Blu-ray player. So that works out nicely. So it's coming along pretty nicely. I just have a few more things to put in, and then I can fire it back up and we'll see if it works. Alright, so I've got pretty much everything in right now. I still haven't figured out where I can put the other 2 fans that I've got previously. It says you can put 2 fans in the bottom. I just don't know where yet. So I'm not sure if I'm going to figure that out right now. I think I'm about done with putting this together for now. I might figure it out another time. Plus I've already got pretty much everything ready to go. So I've got my video card in there. which unlike the last one, there's actually a lot of space in between the hard drive cages. In that one over there, it was actually sitting in between the hard drive cage and another cage right above it, so it didn't really fit well, and it was pushing on a lot of the cords that plug into the motherboard down at the bottom, and I really didn't want it to damage anything, so I'm glad I got this larger case. And everything looks a lot nicer. The cords are actually for all the power and stuff. They're all hidden underneath this guy here, and that just all feeds into the back, which we'll take a look at the other side here, and it nicely just follows the wire ties and everything like that. It goes into here, and that's where they all come out from the bottom there, and everything's just much more neat, and I feel like the airflow in this one's going to be a lot better, so it'll keep the PC a lot cooler, especially with that radiator and the fans, the radiator with the fans and everything on the CPU. That'll make everything so much cooler. So I'm really excited to turn this on and see how it works. I just closed the new computer up, and it's ready to be plugged in here. So this is what it looks like. We've got a filter on the top, and the radiator's underneath that. There's the back of it, nice big fan. There's a big fan on the front as well. And there you can see the inside of it, very nice and neat. There's one cord that I was a little disappointed in. It's just too short to reach the top of the motherboard. I don't know if you, yeah, right there you can see it's plugged in at the top. It just won't fit through the back. It's not long enough. I had to kind of go through a spot that wasn't really meant for cords. Right there in the back. And yeah, I had to pull it up and across the video card, and eventually I'll probably get like an extension cord for it and run it through the back so we don't have to see that. But I'm very pleased with it so far. We'll see how it works. Hopefully I didn't damage anything when I was taking it apart and putting everything back together. That would really suck. Be very expensive to fix. And one more thing before I plug it in, there's a side-by-side comparison on the sizes. So lots more room to fit more stuff. Alright, my computer is all plugged in. I haven't tried starting it up yet, so we're gonna press power and see what happens. Not much going on inside there. A couple of red lights just on the motherboard. Looking good so far. So it thinks I installed a new CPU because I took mine out and had to put in the liquid coolant on it. Gotta go through, I'm just gonna just save changes and reset. Sounds like Francesca just got home. She went shopping after she came home. Not sure what she was going to buy. Computer starting back up. I see Windows. Any day now. Not really sure what it's doing right now. It's still on and everything, so I don't know what's going on. Jessica's coming upstairs.
Hi.
Hi. What'd you buy?
Huh?
What'd you buy? Is that Sephora? What'd you get?
Stuff.
Ooh.
I'll share them tomorrow on my vlog.
Okay. So far, I'm sitting at a window screen.
You finished it?
Yeah, it's all put back together, but for some reason it's stopped here.
Oh, what a mess.
Yeah, I'll have to clean it up. So I'm gonna see if I can troubleshoot it, figure out what's going on with the computer there. Alright, so I just turned the computer back on again. So I did figure out, for one thing, none of the fans were working. So you can see the fan working now back there. I've 2 fans up there. There's also a fan in the front you can't really see. But yeah, none of those fans were actually working. I guess I didn't have it plugged in quite right. So now I've got that fixed and I'm starting it up again. So far it looks like it's moving along. It's at a welcome screen. And hopefully any minute now it should pop up to the main screen. So far everything looks like it's back to normal. It took a few minutes for the computer to actually realize that I moved the graphics card from one PCIe slot to the other. So it didn't really know how to register it for a couple minutes, and then Windows finally figured it out and everything went back to normal. So everything looks good so far. I'll have to test it out, run a temperature monitor on the CPU and see how everything is going. And then if everything looks good, I'll overclock my CPU and see how everything runs. That's about all I wanted to show you guys today, and I'm done working on this. Maybe I'll play some games now. I still got to clean up the mess over there. Still pretty messy. And eat dinner too. So we'll talk to you later. See you probably tomorrow and Sunday.